I recently reviewed the TicWatch 3 Pro GPS, and I did find some nice watch faces that I thought some people might be interested in. So I'm going to show you the ones that I found that I thought were the best, and a couple of different features. Some have the hot touch buttons, and some of them have different information links that you can change. But we'll just go through a couple, and I'll show you how to add these to the watch. I'll list them down below so you could just find them much easier, and with the exact titles and everything. So on this watch is made by Mobvoi, and you can get it, so you can get watch faces from the Mobvoi app. You can also get it from the Google Play Store, because this does run Google Wear 2.0 right now, which hopefully will be updated to 3.0 shortly. So in the Mobvoi app, there's a couple of different watches I found. And with the Mobvoi app, the apps are, I found, a little more reliable because they're made just for this watch, and they're upfront about the charges. So you'll see the price, and it will either have a price of $1.99 or $2.99 or something like that, or it will be free. But there are no free apps that you pay later for the premium features, and there is no kind of trial of a paid app to see if you like it or see if it works before you buy it. The other thing is there's not a lot of discussion on the Mobvoi apps. They don't tell you what the features are of the watch face, if it has complications, what things you can change. So that's a little limiting, and if you buy the app, you just have to kind of deal with what it is. It just basically gives you a picture of the watch face. And there's also no reviews on this website. But I'll show you how to get those, and the ones that I found so far. If you just hold the watch face, and let me see right here. So this one is real nice, and obviously the time is in the middle, real easy to see. You got a complication on top here, and all these can be adjusted. So it's really easy to adjust the complications on here. You just hold the button down, and then you hit the settings app here, and then obviously these things are the ones that you can change. And if you just hit it here, and then you could change it to anything you want, any of the apps that are listed, and all the complications could be changed to any one of these things. And then if you once you have it all set, obviously this is what you have, but then these turn into hot buttons. So then you could just hit it, and then it will show you, take you to the shortcut of what you want to do here. So that's a real nice feature on there, and again, real easy to see, and I like it. And especially with the long complication up here, you get a lot of information up there. I don't like the TicWatch branding on the top, but that's what it is. So another one that I like, right here. This one is the same basic concept. They have all the complications here you could adjust, and everything's just in a slightly different layout. These layouts you can't move, so that's where it is. But like I said, each one of these could be changed individually, and then this is just an analog kind of version of it. So you could also change it, the theme, if you want. The element settings up there, and then you could have the theme. You could have black or blue, and not a lot of options on it, but at least you have those, which is nice. Now there's also, well, let me actually show you the Mobvoi app. You click on here, this is all the fitness stuff, but here is the device, and then you would just click up in here for the watch settings. And then if you scroll here, there's actually a lot of watch faces through here. And I'm just showing you here, these are all that are there. So then with each one of these categories that they have here, you hit more, and then you'll get some more options on there. So there's actually quite a bit of watch faces here that you can go through, and some of them are free, some of them are charged. You can just kind of go through them and see. So the other place you can go is the Google Play Store. And with those, there's thousands of watch faces there. Some of them are free, some of them they charge you. A lot of them do have, even if they are charging for the watch face, they will give you a free version that probably has a lot of the features and maybe all the ones you want. But then at least you can try it out, make sure it works and that there's no glitches. And then if you want the extra features, then you can go ahead and just pay for it and get them. And there's also reviews of the watch faces, and ability for you can comment and give them feedback as to what's working and what's not. So a couple of these watch faces I like. This one right here. This one you can change actually the background and the color of the fonts and things like that, but none of these complications are adjustable. and they don't have any hot buttons, so you hit it and nothing will change here. But again, the time's very easy to see. The date really pops out at you, and it also does give you your phone and your watch battery life, which is nice. And so if you want to change the settings, you just got to hold it just like any other thing. Just hit that settings button, and then again, it does give you, if you want to do the premium, and then you could change, like I said, the numbers, the background, the widgets, which would be the premium. But there's a couple of things in here that are free, and just, you know, you could see here what's available. So another watch that I really like, this is again from the Google Play Store. I'll get to most of these here, but I did have an order I was going to do them in. And here, this is another one that's real, just kind of cool looking. It does have the weather in the middle of the date, and your battery lives and your time. It's just a little harder to read, you know, but it looks cool. And then also you do have these little hot buttons on the side here. These are not customizable at all, but you do got some options there. And again, it's the same kind of layout as the other one, where you can change some of the backgrounds and colors and fonts and things like that. But the icons you can't change unless you get the premium version. And then let me just show you another one here that I like. There it is. So if you just want a plain white, watch face that just has the time on there, that's it. A time and date, and it's also black here, so that will minimize the battery usage on it if you wanted to. Okay, so if you want to change the some of the settings, you just got to hit this thing here, the settings button there, and then there's a couple of things you can change the size and colors and things like that. Again, every watch face is a little different, but that one is pretty cool, and like I said, real easy to see, which is nice. And this one here. So this is another one. Again, real easy to see. And you got the weather there and the date. Again, it's also black too. And then if you want to change the settings, you just hit this. And then there's a couple of things here. You could change the colors. You know, again, kind of just going through here. And you can see different options and these complications you can change if you wanted to. So again, a nice variability with this, and also these are all no charge for any of these watch faces that I'm going over. So again, real nice for you to try out, and if you don't like it, then you could just go ahead and delete it. This is also another one that I liked. Again, still pretty basic, but all these things are customizable, and these are all hot buttons. You could actually put a contact here if you want, a specific contact. And all these you can change. You could have your steps here. You know, the Google Pay is listed there. The date and the time are really easy to see. And if you just click one of these, it'll just take you to, you know, like I said, whatever you want to. So there's a whole group of other watch faces that you could have from the Facer app. And then what you need to do is you have to get the Facer app to your phone, and then you also have to download it on your watch, and then they basically communicate with each other. So it's Facer, and right now this is the Facer app that I have. Otherwise you would just see the Facer logo. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the Facer app, and that's what the logo looks like. And you click on that, and then again, there's a lot of watch faces here. I mean, more that you would probably ever be able to go through. But they have different themes here, and this changes regularly. And then if you want to get more of a category, you could just hit this, and then again, it opens up a whole bunch more watch faces that, like I said, there's too many to count here. So now I'm just clicking it on my phone, and then it will change on here. And that's what the Facer app looks like. And it just loads up, and then this is it. So again, real nice feature here, real easy to see, and again, a lot of black feature on there, so it hopefully would save some battery, and everything's real easy to see for the most part. None of these things are customizable, but if you like that, if you like what the information is that's there, it's nice. So let me just show you a couple other ones that I liked. Another app by Facer is this one. This is called Weather V.2, and again, just kind of a cool design, and for people who like to have the weather information there, and it will give you a little icon. You got the battery life down there, you got the steps, the heart rate, you got the date, so everything kind of what most people are interested in, and just a kind of a cool look there. So let me show you a couple other ones that I liked. So this is another Facer app that I like. This one's called Minimal Colors H, and if you look there, again, nice layout. It does have a lot of the features that most of the information that most people want. It has the date, the day, it's the heartbeat, the second hand, some people like. The clock is easy to read. You got the weather up there. Then all these little categories around the edge here. Some of them are a little hard to read, and some of the numbers inside the little bars are hard to read, but the colored bar, you can kind of just glance at it quickly and see where you are. So that's a real nice feature. So this is another watch face called Voltage. Just go ahead and booting up there, and you can see here just a different one than most of the other ones. This one has a white background, which will probably burn the battery just a little quicker, but not a big difference. You got the time, the date, you got the steps, you got the heart rate, you got the weather on top here, you got the moon phase. You do have the battery level for your watch and for your phone, which is real nice. And basically all the information is there at a quick glance, real easy to see, and it has just a different look than some of the other ones again, so I kind of like this one. And then the last one I have from Facer. This one is called The Top 100 is Absolute BS. So with Facer, they can come up with their own names for all these titles. And I'll leave a list on the bottom here below, which will have all the names, the exact names of all these watch faces and where to get them if you are interested in finding them, because I just kind of went through it quick. This one I really like. This is my main one that I'm using now. Again, you can see all the information that's on there. It's got the time, which is easy to see. It's got the moon phase, got the date, got your battery percentage, got your 3-day outlook, got steps, heart rate, got the current temperature, the chance of rain, and you got a little animation here that just tells you what your local weather is like. And this actually, some weather apps, you know, they update so infrequently that they're kind of useless. But this one actually keeps on top of it pretty well. And when the weather does change, this is pretty on top of it. And I look at the watch and it's been pretty reliable. So, and also the battery hasn't been a big drain on it. So that's the other issue that you have to keep mind of. If you do change your watch face, then all of a sudden you notice that your battery is doing some weird things or draining real quick. It could be that the watch face either is just has a lot of animations that's killing it. Could be that, again, if you have a real bright background, that will maybe knock the battery down a little bit, especially if you have an always-on display, or if the always-on display is very busy, like this one actually, the always-on display is the same as the actual display. So it kind of burns through battery quick if you have the always-on display, but if you have it just where it times out like that, then it's not an issue. But also sometimes the watch faces might have a glitch, or they're constantly pinging and trying to get a notification from your phone, or you know, it might just have a glitch and, you know, there might be a bad watch face. So if you notice any changes like that with your battery, maybe just try changing the watch face and see if that does help anything. Just something to keep in mind. So these apps are from the Mobvoi app, the Play Store, and the Facer app. And the Facer and the Google Play Store, those could be used with any Android smartwatch. So that it's not just this one, it could be used with the Samsung, and there's a lot of other ones that use it. But the Mobvoi app obviously is particular only for this, and it will those watch faces will only work on this one. And if there's any questions or comments, or if you have any other interesting watch faces down there, go ahead and put them in there. Or if you had any issues with some of these watch faces, just let me know. And as always, if you made it this far, then you might as well subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.